Now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door must take on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere. Better get the cool slow, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. At San Diego Comic-Con, DC Comics announced that they're going to be launching a new Vixen series and a new Static series. The Vixen series will be written by Stephanie Williams, the first black woman to ever win an Eisner Award, and the Static series will be written by Cody Ziegler. I wonder, will these books be black enough for the black nerds and black comic fans, or will it be like Neil Allen and say that these characters are too black for them? And the critical question I have to ask all these black nerds and black comic fans is, are you going to show up to buy in either of these books? And the reason why I'm asking that question is because many of these black nerds and black comic fans were all getting up in their feelings online as they launched the hashtag DC complaining about how DC Comics hadn't launched a series that featured one of their black characters that was created by a white person in their main continuity since the cancellation of Hand Me Down, I Am Batman in 2023. And as the time went on and we hit about 1100 days, that's where we got this hashtag DC being pushed in social media by people like Blurred Without Fear. And as we hit the 1200 day mark, that's where Blurred Without Fear and many of these other black nerds were looking to escalate that campaign into what they called the DC Blackout, a boycott of DC Comics for not featuring one of their black characters that was created by a white person in an ongoing series for that 1200 days. And they came up with this whole boycott, and we were looking to start it on the Friday of that weekend. And by the end of that weekend, they basically turned about face and quickly ended that boycott once many of the white comic fans and the white YouTubers out here basically started stating facts about how DC Comics regularly went out here and launched lots of books over the last couple of years. And as DC Comics launched all those books over the last couple of years, such as books like the Cyborg series, such as the Milestone 2.0 books, and the Hand Me Down I Am Batman, many of these black nerds and black comic fans did not show up to buy any of those books in significant numbers. And that's the critical question I'm trying to answer as related to this situation. Again, are these black nerds and black comic fans going to go out here and show up to buy these books? And are they going to go out here and put up their money and go out here and show that there is an actual paying audience that is going to go out here and pick up these books? Where your money at, son? DC got the books on the table. Where your money at? Say you want this, then get your money out your pocket and support it. Because a lot of these black nerds and black comic fans talked a lot of shit over the last couple of months about how DC Comics does not go out here and make books that feature black characters as part of their continuity. And here is DC Comics going out here and yet once again extending an olive branch to those black nerds and black comic fans with yet another pair of series. And I have to wonder if these black nerds and black comic fans are going to put their money up and go out here and support the books that they said that they wanted, to the point where they were looking to go out here and boycott DC Comics for being DC so white. Black nerds and black comic fans talking about hashtag DC so white, even though most of these characters weren't created by any black people. Make that shit make any fucking sense. I mean, are these black nerds and black comic fans going to come out here with their black dollars as related to these books? Both of them being written by acclaimed writers and acclaimed black writers at that. Again, here we've got a book written by the first black woman to ever have an Eisner Award and the second book to feature Vixen, because the first Vixen book was sadly canceled with the DC implosion of 1978, and Vixen never got to have her own solo book, so now she's got her own solo book for the second time, and the first time you can actually go out here and pick it up. And when it comes down to Static, he's one of the most popular characters in the DC universe as related to the history of the DC Universe Dakota incident, because we all know that Static was a milestone character, and basically what the people at DC are doing is trying to pull a finesse by bringing the milestone characters into the DC universe, hoping to get these black nerds and black comic fans to go out here and support these characters. And when it comes down to DC at this point, which is now owned by the Ellisons, they're basically going out here and putting these comics out, and this is the put up or shut the fuck up moment for many of these black nerds and comic fans, because at this point, here you guys are coming after the DC boycott. Here you are getting the tangible that you said that you want. You said that you wanted DC to give you an ongoing series, and here is DC giving you 2 ongoing series by 2 acclaimed writers, and here is your chance to go out here and prove many of these people at DC, basically, that there is an audience for these books, and go out here and possibly prove me wrong as related to going out here and showing that there's an actual market for black characters at DC Comics. Wondering what kind of bullshit excuses these black nerds and black comic fans are to give for not supporting these books this time. Will the characters be not black enough? Will they be too black? Or is it going to be, oh, we can go out here and we can support yours too? These are the classic excuses these guys like to make, and I have to wonder what excuse they gonna give this time when DC Comics possibly is going to have to pull the plug on these books in about 8 to 10 issues. This is your chance to go out here and again show that there are people who are actually going to go pick these books up, and they won't suffer the fate that Hand-Me-Down I Am Batman suffered when his book went out here and had, again, big sales with the #1 issue, and then basically precipitously dropped 70% as related to its sales. Here is your chance to go out here and follow the talking points that the black nerd sat there and made, insisting that DC Comics not only give you a series that features one of its black characters in the mainline DC continuity, but you'll go out here and look to pick one of these books up and consistently keep spending your money on it so that it can go out here and last 2 years and possibly be able to go out here and be a sustainable book for DC Comics. Given how full of shit these black nerds and black comics fans are, I doubt that happens. This is your opportunity to go out here and actually, again, show that you are going to put your money where your mouth is and not be sitting up here talking a lot of shit, because this is the big problem with many of the black nerds and the black comic fans. A lot of them will sit there and, again, talk a good game, but when it's time to put your money on the table, none of these people are ever around. They basically disappear like magic whenever it's time to go out here and support one of these black characters that were created by white people, and they even further disappear when a black creator like myself goes out here and puts up our own money. And I got a comic called John Haynes at Death Store out on Lulu right now, and most of these black nerds basically ignore it. And this is, again, what you actually said you wanted. You wanted this white corporation to give you one of their black characters that's a part of their mainline continuity. They're giving you the attention that you want. They're giving you the validation that you want. They're giving you the books that you said that you want. And again, this is your chance to show the integrity that you say that you have, which you really don't have, because, again, you basically folded like a Dollar Tree lawn chair as related to your boycott. But still, DC Comics was, again, out here looking to still give you material, even though they don't have to give you material because they're making money hand over fist on them absolute books. And they basically said, okay, we're going to just go out here and look to give you these books. And again, here is your opportunity to go out here and show that that you are, again, looking to pick up these books that you say that you want. Again, this is your opportunity to go out here and support what you said that you want. And this is a big problem with a lot of these black people as related to business. Again, we tend to talk about what we want, but when it's time to put up our money, we're not anywhere to be found. And this is where I look at it as related to this whole situation and see this as the ultimate put your money up or shut the fuck up moment for these black nerds and black comic fans. Basically, this is where the DC is looking at you and saying, here we are right now. We got the books on the table. Now it's time for you to start putting the money up, because we don't want to hear nothing about anything. We went out here and again have been actively putting the books out, but you haven't been coming out with your money in the significant numbers to show that there is an audience there. This ain't about no pre-orders like some of these black nerds is talking about. This is about you putting your money on the table. This is about y'all getting that money out your pocket and putting it up on the table to go pick these books up. That's what it's all about at the end of the day for DC Comics. And this is where we see how whether these black nerds and black comic fans basically have the integrity to go out here and go support what they say they want, or if they're just a bunch of guys who are full of shit who basically just want to sit here and whine and complain that nobody's representing them when people keep making offers and you just keep disappearing at the end of the day. Now, my first full comic, John Haynes at Death's Door, is available on Lulu.com, and if you want to pick up a paper copy, you can get it on Lulu.com, or you can pick it up on Amazon's Kindle or Google Play. And my second comic, Esteem No Good Deed, is available on Kindle for just 99 cents, and my other comic is also available in the Esteem series book, Esteem Blast from the Past. And if you want to see me make more videos taking these black nerd losers to the barbecue, you can drop a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available on Lulu. John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed, all-new John Haynes comic book. Get your copy of the first John Haynes comic at Lulu.com today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis, Runway of Doom. The goddess next door struts her stuff on the catwalk to take on a runway of rogues in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get your copy of Isis Runway of Doom at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, Esteem a New Woman. The devilish diva starts on the road to becoming a new creature in Christ in this all-new Esteem series adventure. Get your copy of Esteem a New Woman at Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer. Take a trip into the macabre world of goth modeling in the new millennium in this spooktacular Spinsterella story. Pick up your copy of Spinsterella Goth Girl Summer in paperback and e-readers at Amazon.com and online booksellers everywhere. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.